Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Boy, I'll tell you what, I sure hope wherever you are, you're having a fantastic 4th of July and celebrating Independence Day. You do not have to be a citizen, resident of the United States to celebrate independence. And why is that? Because, guys, it was not something that was bequeathed to us by governments. It was actually a gift of our Maker, not our masters. God put that down, right down in there. And I sure hope that you're celebrating your independence. I always kind of think of it, in this capacity. Sometimes we don't get to express our independence the way we want to because of, various political regimes around the world. But it's kind of like the kid, when the teacher's saying, hey, I want you to sit down. The kid's thinking inside, yeah, I'm sitting down, but I'm standing up on the inside. Sometimes that's how we got to live life. You celebrate the independence that you can. Absolutely, for sure. And I'll tell you what, no one can dictate what you think in your heart and what you think in your mind and the outlook and the attitude that you're going to have in life. I'll tell you what. And I've had to train myself to not allow circumstances to dictate my joy on the inside because, hey, this is a day the Lord's made. I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it. It's a choice. That's the way I kind of look at it. And I sure hope, guys, that wherever you are in the wide world, you're having an amazing one to be sure. Now, the article that I was reading today, I'll tell you what an absolute bonus article to get. Finally, some good news for us in this space. And what I'm talking about there, guys, is there's a decision this summer that is coming out in the Supreme Court where they're going to be adjudicating this whole wealth tax idea of taxing, unrealized capital gains. And of course, that's a big deal in this space because, guys, a lot of us are probably, those of us that have seen the future and can stick into it, are going to see some serious wealth come our way. And we certainly don't want the government coming out there and taxing us on these unrealized capital gains. And a lot of these legal analysts are saying this thing is dead on arrival once it hits Supreme Court. There's no way that this law is going to really, go pass, and they're going to do away with this whole wealth tax deal. And I'll tell you what, that is something we're celebrating in this space, to be sure. Guys, the idea of wealth preservation is something you've got to give a lot of serious thought to because, look, we're thinking of it in generational changes and gains. When your life is blessed and how you can set up legal structures and this and that to ensure that kind of, your posterity and your wealth and all that prosperity gets transferred into future generations and continues on. So down the road, your family is going to be able to look back and say, wow, should Jesus tarry, how grateful we are that our great-grandparents or our grandparents or were out there and could see what was happening in the world. And boy, oh boy, the investments that they made, how they changed all of our lives. Guys, generational wealth. I really believe that's what's coming for those of us in this space. In fact, I think personally, it is going to be the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. It is going to be unbelievable, amazing. As I love to say, absolutely mesmerizing. I really believe that that's true. And something that we want to give a lot of thought to is how we preserve it. And of course, hey, tax avoidance is a part of that. Now listen, tax avoidance is completely legal and should be encouraged. I mean, when you have this kind of dough, you want to go out there and get a great tax plan from an amazing tax planner that will show you all the various ways in which you can actually save in taxes and minimize your taxable income. That is vitally important. Tax avoidance is not tax evasion. Don't get the two mixed up. Hey, look, report everything that you've earned. Report all your gains, absolutely, to be sure, especially in these self-reporting tax systems. But on top of that, do your due diligence to get to know where you can actually cut corners, how you could set up legal structures to preserve your wealth and avoid those taxes. That is 100% completely legal. And the very wealthy, I'm telling you what, guys, they do it all the time. And one of their mantras is this: Control is better than ownership. Chew on that one for a minute. Hey, look, if I got to live in Buckingham Palace from cradle to grave, do you think I give a rat's patootie if my name's on the title? I don't. Why? Because I get the benefit of having all of that luxury without even having to have any of the ownership, don't I? That's kind of what it's like, guys. You got to think in a different way. That kind of capacity, and there are legal structures that can be built up to achieve those goals in a very, very legal and legit way. Now, Jake Claver, Judy did a fabulous interview with Jake Claver, and Jake Claver's Beyond Broke Mastermind. That guy, he has some amazing techniques that he has actually been able to craft and put together and legal structures and things like that. And it's worth a go to, look this guy up. Just Google Jake Claver, Beyond Broke Mastermind. Go over and read up on what he has to offer, because I'll tell you what, guys, those are the kind of things that you're going to want to think about your wealth planning, your future planning, when you eventually cash out a little bit in this system, or how you transition that wealth. Not necessarily cash out, but how you move the value of what you hold and that type of thing, and secure your future. So you want to be thinking about it, and you want to get prepared for it. Don't let yourself get caught unawares, because, hey, wealth management is a major, major deal, and dealing with the tax implications of that wealth management and preserving that wealth is a major issue. I sure hope that you kind of get out there. But boy, I'll tell you what, this one was good news, to be sure. To actually get it on July 4th, I was really happy to read that one, because I wanted to come out and say, hey, there's something bright and good in the world, something to celebrate today, and I found one, and I found a big one. Boy, I'll tell you what a golden nugget that article was. Well, guys, I sure hope you're going to have an amazing day. Judy and I, we're going to be barbecuing out here, and it's going to be great. We got all kinds of, decorations going around on the property and stuff like that, and she's just as excited as could be. You think she was a schoolgirl for it, but I'll tell you, we're really looking forward to it, and I sure hope that you enjoy your 4th of July and celebrate your independence wherever you are in this wide world. And until later on today, when I will have a great video to deliver to you, I sure hope you have a fantastic one, and take care.